looky, who is here? You, what? Who is on the television? Hmm. So, it's Katya, Mizan, and me, Heidi, on Heidi's Corner on Random Friday. Now she's thinking, what's going on? Mitä tapahtuu? Mitä vauva tapahtuu? Kysellään tietokone. Yeah, hot dog. Very long dog. Very long dog. Okay, she needs to go. And there we are. Can you hear me just fine? Can you see me fine? I hope you are. Later. Who do we have in the chat? I have two regulars. Jens is there, and then Bowie. Okay, so mainly I will be focusing on the US and the English-speaking world, but I will be addressing certain things outside the Anglosphere, or as the Flems would say, Anglo-plane. Maybe I'm being a bit too funny today, but who knows? Okay, by the way, I need to apparently plug in my headphones so I can hear things, actually. Hear things that I need to hear. How have you been doing, my dear viewers? I had to take a break last Friday, and I was debating on whether or not I should have gone live today because I have a massive migraine. But I decided I should. Which is nice. So I intend to film some beer corner, at least one beer corner video this weekend. Possibly two. Who knows? If I have time, I will. And I actually installed 3 new fans, and it's today, and it's amazing. It just absolutely amazing. Since the my case is white with gray accents, I decided to buy white fans with gray accents, so from the same brand, which is Corsair, by the way. They make excellent fans. I have all kinds of stuff from Corsair. I used to have a power supply from them, but that fried itself 6 months ago. It had a longer warranty, but I decided to go for it because I upgraded other parts on my gaming and streaming rig. I decided to go for a bigger power supply in terms of wattage. So I decided to go for another brand. So interesting updates in the past um, 2 weeks from Finland. The Finnish politics. It's it's been crazy. So we had parliamentary elections 2 months ago. Well, in I think it was in late May. Sorry, April. So the previous government lost, um, and then they had they a new government was formed. We always have coalition governments. We've never had a single party government like we used to, like the at least during the independence. So we have a right wing government, right wing coalition government, and one of the far right part. There are moderate rights and then Christian Democrats and the Swedish party, but then we have moderate right wing and far right wing, and one of the far right MPs was chosen to be the Ministry of Labor and Commerce, if that's the right term for it in English, and he has neo-Nazi uh, affiliations, and during his campaigns, he had been making um, talking about it, making positive remarks about the far right and and neo-Nazism, and now that it came up, and when the government started last week, he decided to resign today. So he was in he is the shortest serving minister in Finnish history. That is the independent history. 100 and yeah, with his 11 days in office. So there we go. For example, he made you know these numbers they get assigned. They're the no the numbers you write on the voting card. For him, they are assigned randomly, and for him that number uh, happened to be 88. So go figure. And he thought it was on point. So yes, okay. So let's go to banning books. Okay. So we have seen a trend in the US, in particular, where more and more books have been banned because ignorance is bliss, I guess. So the problem with this is that it's completely insane. It's totally random which books are chosen. Well, not exactly random, but um, the topic, which books is random, but which topics are not. Um, but the someone in my chats has said it could have been Jens, could have been someone else, uh, or uh, or Peter, that the US has started looking like the 1930s Germany. So this is Tennessee in 2022. Pastor Greg Locke and his minions burning books. This is 1933 Germany. So, do we see any resemblance? Color photo, 2022, Tennessee, United States of America, and the black and white photo, 1933, Germany. And it's insane that there's a very specific law. I believe it's the 1873 Comstock law that was passed in the U.S. Congress, and this one and the Comstock Law Act criminalizes the use of U.S. Postal Service to send anything of the following items: erotica, contraceptives, abortifacients, sex toys, personal letters alluding to any sexual content or information, or any information regarding uh, above items. Okay, so there are books that have been that are even um, to this day. Uh, for example, English language literature um, classics, The Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer. It was banned after the Comstock Law of 1873, contained because it was um, it was containing obscene, filthy, or inappropriate. But the U.S. obscenity laws were overturned in 1959 by the Supreme Court, but it's probably still banned. I wouldn't be too surprised, but the Canterbury Tales, come on, and the Decameron by Giovanni Boccaccio was also banned. Uh, and for example, I have a list here. Voltaire's Candide, Candide. It was seized in the customs in 30s for obscenity. So literary classics. So it's really crazy that they would ban such such uh, trivial books, because I think I've actually read the Finnish translation of the Canterbury Tales at some point in my life, and I don't recall having any bad thoughts about it, or it being obscene, filthy, or inappropriate. Because but the laws here, it's really um, there is no federal um, legislation that I can uh, easily find that would sort of tell me on a definitively give me a reason as to for banning books and why and on which basis uh, these books should be banned. And in the states that have been banning books, the it's really random why they ban books, and it has a lot. These book bans that the states have, it's there's a lot of um, wiggle room. It's so vaguely written. Uh, the text is so damn vaguely written that it could be mean anything. Um, let's see. I think I lost. Okay. Um, the federal criminal code had the Comstock law, and it describes the banned books as such: obscene, or what kind of books should be banned: obscene, lewd, or lavish, and every filthy book, picture, pamphlet, picture, paper, and so forth. Um, and then conception or production of abortion, which is um, also happens to be endorsed by the Bible, um, and could or any indecent or immoral use, and every article, instrument, substance, drug, medicine, or what could be to lead to another such thing. So it's the Bible is obscene, lewd, and lavishes. Uh, so it's the because if you want to ban books, you must define the book in such a way that it doesn't uh, that it cannot in any circumstances be applied to your holy book. Otherwise, it wouldn't be um, it wouldn't be there wouldn't be any sense to it, because then whenever you if you ever get a more shall we say moderate government or secular government in the US, they can ban their religious books. They can be they can ban the Bible with the same requirements, because it meets the same requirements. Heinrich Heine: those who burn books will in the end burn people. Hmm. Well said. Well said. Okay, just a moment. Yeah. Ooh, the doggo came in. They were out for a moment. So look, I might as well, it. Yes. Terus pas, terus pas. Yeah, the hooray moment was because the dog pooped outside. Uh, it's always a good thing that the dog poops outside, isn't it? Uh, we have been being we've had some agonizing moments trying to potty train her or outside train her or whatever you want to call it, people. Um, yeah, book burning and banning intellectuality or intellect is one step further down the line to a full blown dictatorship. And um if Donald Trump doesn't go to prison, and if in his stead the his minion or his co-conspirator Ron DeSantis is also is then elected, we I would expect a very very dark 4 years in the U.S. So if Ron DeSantis or Donald Trump were to be elected, but tell you what, I'm so sorry, but I really need to call it a day. My head is pounding. It's 27 degrees, 27.3 degrees inside, and all windows are open. It's been like this for 2 weeks, so I'm sorry I had to call it a day. But leave me a like if you haven't done so already, and subscribe, like, and so forth. Check my Patreon, PayPal, and very big thank you to Flems for being such a great patron. Thank you. Bye bye.